Hello everybody, and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy 2! So, in the last part, we went through not one, not two, but three missions over at Freezy Flake. And considering there's not much we can do about that galaxy, we're going to be moving on to a new one. But first, we have ourselves this letter. The Manual of Secret Techniques. Jump and spin! Jump and spin! While jumping and spinning in midair will show you all sorts of secret places. So says the wisdom of the bunny tribe. Boing! Yeah, the game is now essentially telling us how to utilize wall jumps and spin while in the air. Yeah, they can be very darn effective. But anyways, now let's move on past that letter. And now let's move on to this galaxy over here. Rolling Masterpiece Galaxy. I wonder if this has anything to do with a mechanic that we got in Galaxy 1. And the main mission for this one is Silver Chomp Grudge Match. Well, it's more so the Chomp kinda has a grudge against Mario, but whatever. Even though they are meeting for the first time, but whatever. But anyways, yep, as you can probably tell, we now get the return of rolling with the Star Ball mechanic from Galaxy 1 again. And for those of you who know how to utilize it, the Star Ball in the first game, yeah, it is essentially the same. Yeah, it is essentially the exact same control scheme like we got in Galaxy 1. Now, if you want to speed up, if you want to move anywhere, then you have to tilt, I'm sure, all around with the Wii remote. You can jump as well. And if you wanna stop moving, then you actually have to hold the Wii remote upwards. So let's get to rolling again. Woo! And just like in Galaxy 1, now when you're moving slow or faster with the Star Ball, the music actually slows down, or actually goes, or it also goes faster too. So, yeah, so I guess you can say I'm not gonna be explaining about the music that much. I think it's essentially identical to what we got in Galaxy 1 as well. I wanna say, yeah. But anyways, yeah, as you can see from this planet, this whole galaxy really likes utilizing things that you can paint with. Yeah, and as we saw on that planet, we had a bunch of paint brushes, and over by the background, we can see the actual paint. The actual paint. They essentially are just floating. That are essentially just floated on by. Alright, and we also got this too, where we have to, now make sure we get all these. And then if we get the last one, a magical ruler spawns in. And now we jump all the way over here. And now in this area is where we get our comet medal. But as you can see, there are a lot of those hacksaws again. So yeah, make sure you get it before it obviously disappears and whatnot. Now, yeah, I'm not gonna bother getting all of the star bits here because I just want to focus on moving the star ball around. But however, if it just happen to be utilizing the co-star Luma with you, then that's when one player can just focus on rolling, and then the other player can simply just focus on getting the star bits. So yeah. But anyways, now we have our Silver Chomp, which is actually called the Homing Chomp. Yeah, and as you've been seeing, this chomp will simply, we have the only chain chomp in the entirety of Mario where they will always try to go after Mario. Yeah, and if we want to get past with that, we essentially had to push him that chomp off the edge. And there we go. So yeah, essentially, the Star Ball mechanic is just about the same as what we got in Galaxy 1. So it's not that bad. It's really not that bad for me. It's just, sometimes it's just that some of the levels with the Star Ball can be a little bit hectic. But nothing too much that you can't handle. Yeah, as long as you know how to handle the Star Ball. Oh, and we got ourselves another letter. And it looks like it's addressed to the baby Luma again. To my lost Luma, we worry about you, but we know you are safe with your new friend. And then she essentially says the same thing. I want to say it's the exact same thing that she wrote last time, except for those first two sentences there. Yeah, and like I said, every time we receive one of those letters, there is only 50 star bits attached to it. Excuse me. But anyways, and since there's no reveal of the common medal here yet, meaning that, we're gonna be heading on over to this galaxy now. Haunty Halls. So that's right everyone, we now get our first spooky type of galaxy in Galaxy 2. And the main mission for this one is a Glimmer of Bulb Berry. Now this is where we get introduced to the third mechanic that we can utilize with Yoshi. Yeah, but it's something that we'll get into when we get there. Oh, hello Luigi again. How's it going? Yeah, since you're here, we may as well switch to you. Why not? Ding, bing. But anyways, now we really start things off. Are the another member of the Octumba family. This time we get the Octoboos. Now these guys essentially behave the exact same way as the circling boo buddies, and also as the Peepas. So if you already know how to handle those guys, then you should be able to be fine to deal with them. And also in this bonus game, we get the return of the Jacko Goombas from Galaxy 1, where they are essentially Goombas who are wearing those pumpkin heads on their heads, and when they are wearing those pumpkins, they can actually protect themselves from just getting jumped on. But you can't get rid of the pumpkins by simply just spinning a tank into them. And also, when those Goombas are wearing those pumpkins, they can actually spit out fire. They can also spit out fire as well. Yeah, and it usually occurs whenever they just happen to be standing still. Yeah, so essentially, make sure that you be careful when you actually see a Jacko Goomba literally just standing still. But anyways, now we have this area here, where we essentially have to make sure that we don't go too crazy and don't move too slow or too fast. Yeah, because otherwise, you're gonna drop yourself all the way down to the pit below. Now as we get to the end of this, now there is gonna be a pipe which will take us to where we're gonna be introduced to the bulb berries, but don't go into it just yet, cause over here, as you can see, we have our lovely common medal. So yeah, definitely pick that up before you even think about entering that pipe. And yep, and here's our next checkpoint. Alright, now here's Yoshi and our very first bulb. Here's our very first bulb berry. Now, with what these bulb berries do is that it actually gives Yoshi a big bright glow, and he's actually glowing so much that the invisible platforms that anything that is invisible becomes visible around this Yoshi. But just like with the other two mechanics for Yoshi, this one is also on a timer too. Yeah, and as you notice when you're just about to run out, yeah, the area of the light around Yoshi will begin to shrink. So make sure you grab the next bulberry before you actually run out. Oh god, yeah, I think I was about to run out. Oh god, get away! Oh god, I was close. I was just about to run out there. Oh my god, that was way too close for me to lose that there. Oh boy. Oh man, that would have been something if I actually just happened to get annoyed by that speech there. Jeez. Oh god! Oh! Thank god, I grabbed onto that. Yeah, thank god Yoshi's time was long enough for him to grab that. Oh man, otherwise I would have fallen down. Oh man, but anyways, we are done. And I did not get to utilize this voiceover around the entirety of it, so you are welcome, bitches. Oh yeah, and now we've done that, we can now we're gonna get introduced to another hungry Luma that we're gonna unlock later. And there's our lovely comment, for Roller Masterpiece. Bye bye everybody, I'll see you later. Bing. But anyways, now since we have that comment let's head on back to Rolling Masterpiece now. To see what exactly we're going to be dealing with this time around. Now, I don't think this one is all that troubling either. Yep, Masterpiece Speedrun. So yeah, this one really isn't all that bad. It's just you have to defeat the Silver Chomp. You have to defeat the Homing Chomp again. And depending on how long you take, not only in the other areas, and also specifically as you're also trying to find the key again. Yeah, this one can probably take you a while if you're not careful, if you actually don't know where to go. Oh yeah, and they actually changed. Oh yeah, that's right. And they also changed the location of where the actual key is for this one. So now you have to explore somewhere else in order for you to be able to find the key. So it'll essentially make you cost you plenty of time just so you can try to actually find where the actual key is for this one. So yeah. But anyways, but for over here, it is basically the same again. Yeah, I want to say over here, it is basically the same as what we got before. But anyways, yeah, the same Goombas riding on the elevator. And we only have, oh my god, we only have a minute left. Hopefully I can make it there on time, so we can defeat the Silver Chomp. Excuse me. But considering that, how long it took for me to defeat that Homing Chomp before, I'm really just scared of my life if I'm gonna be able to make it or actually defeat it on time. But anyways, now for this area is actually completely new. It almost looks very similar to what we experienced when we had the Star Ball for the very first time in Galaxy 1. But for that one, as you saw, has the return of our lovely enemies, the bombs. Okay, Silver Chomp, please go away. I need you to please fall. Thank you. Okay, that right there was a lot more quicker this time. Good. Okay, and with that, we are done. Okay, we only had 6 seconds left, which is good. Yeah, and imagine if you actually win here, and you only had like 4 seconds left. Like, 3 to 4 seconds left, and you still had to wait for the ball to literally open up. Then the timer runs out. Oh man, that would just be the most... that would be the most... the biggest failure in all of existence. Like, yes, like you were so close, but then, nope, you freaking lost. Yeah, that would just be the most brutal death ever. But anyways, everyone, but that's it. I think that should be all I'm going to do for this one. And so, we shall continue on for the next one. And so, until then, I'll see you guys next time.